Come on in, welcome to my home. Fall is the perfect time to take a vacation. Well, maybe not the absolute perfect time because it is sort of hard to get time off for fall vacations. Instead, you could take a fall staycation. Now, if you're wondering what a staycation is, it's really simple. A staycation is where you stay at home and you act like you're having a vacation. And there are lots of different things that you can do on your fall staycations. Go to museums, go just look at trees, actually have bonfires or those sort of things. The nice things that you would normally do on a fall vacation. Apple picking is one of those great things that you can do. Also, think about visiting a pumpkin patch and picking out your pumpkins. So many different things. However, one of the things that people always forget about is the simple lead up to your staycation. Here's what I'm going to tell you. Think about how things are done in your house. How many of you actually do the normal day-to-day stuff? You know, laundry, dishes, preparing the food. If that's just one of or two of you, make sure that your staycation is actually a vacation for them too. So let's think about this whole staycation thing in a completely different way. Let's start thinking about this staycation as if you were getting your house ready to be an Airbnb. So what does that mean? Well, for one thing, that means that, and I'm going to do this in order that I did this because I just went on a staycation myself. The first thing that I did was I planned out what I was going to eat and snack on for my staycation. And I didn't just plan it out in a vague, I'll have dinner. I planned it out as, on Saturday, I will have this. On Sunday morning, I will have this. Lunch, dinner, snacks, all of those things were planned out. And I tried to make it very easy for myself. Then after planning that out, then I actually did the prep for it. Anything that I could cook ahead of time, I thought about meals that I could actually then just make and put into the freezer or put into the refrigerator, then take them out and cook, just for a few seconds that I needed when I needed them. That's what I went with. And I did that with my snacks too. Anything from like veggies I could chop up before, cheese, those sort of things. Anything that I could have ready on hand, wouldn't have to hassle with it, was made ahead of time. Also, I got in everything that I could possibly want to drink, things like special things to put into my drinks, like slices of lemon or lime, or like little umbrellas that you can put into your drink. Those are some of the things which make your staycation extra special. And getting those things which you normally wouldn't get, like maybe grenadine for making a cocktail or something. Getting those extra things in is also a really extra touch, because that way it makes it feel more like a staycation, more like it's something special, more like you put some thought into it, because that's where the biggest problem is. Lots of people don't put much thought into a staycation. They think, well, it's a Friday, on Saturday and Sunday we'll start a staycation, and voila, we're on a staycation, yet it turns out to just be a normal weekend, and before you know it, you're just doing normal weekend things. That's not a staycation. So the next thing that I did is I thought about everything that I needed to do before my staycation, because one of the things I'm going to tell you, you want to have some division between normal life and your staycation. Luckily for me, I had a small trip that I had to take beforehand. It was just like an hour and a half away and then an hour and a half back of a drive, but that gave me the chance to have that break so that my brain was saying, hey, you are now back, this starts your staycation, all is good. So I knew leading up to that I needed to get the house cleaned. I changed sheets, I washed towels, I did everything, but I also made sure that when I changed all of these things and made sure everything was washed, it was put away, so that way when I walked into the door, my house was completely and totally clean. I had to do absolutely nothing. I could be just like walking into an Airbnb. Everything was out that I wanted to be out. I knew where the glasses were. The ice bucket was filled. The lemonade. Let's talk about that. I made sure that I had pitchers of lemonade already made so that way I didn't even have to do that. Everything was prepared. The lemons were sliced, the oranges were sliced, the little umbrellas for the drinks were already out and handy, so that way I really was on vacation. And then when I came home, I could just relax. I could enjoy myself just being here. So what else did I do? Well, I made sure that my house had special things like, I don't know if you can see these, the candles. Yeah, normally I wouldn't have candles out, but I did. I had candles. I have an oil infuser which has fall scents in it. I opened up my windows. I saw what the weather was going to be, and I made sure that my porch was cleared off so that way I could sit out on my porch and enjoy the nights and everything. I picked out a soundtrack that I could play for my staycation because music is your friend. There is a difference between and this. It's a little friendlier, it's a little more fall. Whatever kind of music that you like, which will put you into that relaxed staycation kind of mood, that's what you need. I did do my fall decorating earlier so that way when I came here it was all decorated for fall. It gave me that fall feeling. I do not have a fireplace, but you know what I did? I looked up on YouTube a fireplace video so that way I could play the fireplace video at night and have that feeling and sound of a fireplace. I wanted it to be really special. I went out and bought cider so that I could have cider. You've seen my videos where I had chai and I made pumpkin bread. If not, click that little card. So that way I had those wonderful treats waiting for me. The garden was all watered and kept up, and all my plants were watered and kept up so that way I had to do absolutely nothing with those outside chores, absolutely nothing with vacuuming, cleaning, and I knew I'd just put the dishes in the dishwasher, so that wasn't a big thing. And I also decided way beforehand that before I came back from my staycation, I'd put the dishes in the dishwasher, then return them, put them all away after I came back from my staycation. I did not worry about laundry because remember, I did my laundry before I left, so that way the laundry could pile up before I came back from my staycation. And then I could just relax, have friends over, kick back and just enjoy myself, enjoy my time, enjoy the nice cool weather, get out and do things that I might not normally do. And it was a fun staycation. It was just relaxing, calm, peaceful, quiet. And that's what I wanted for my staycation. You might want to go out on the town, go someplace, go to different places, which is absolutely fine. Now, one thing that you need to really think about your staycation is make sure that you don't have people who want to bring work into your life during your staycation, bringing work into your life during your staycation. Yeah, that can put a little damper on that. So mind your phone, that sort of thing. See what calls you are actually going to answer. Let people know that you are going on a staycation, or you could just let them know that you're going on vacation, that you really aren't available, so that way they aren't trying to bring that outside force in onto you and put a damper on your staycation, because you really don't want that. You want this to be relaxing. So then when I knew it was time to come back to the real world, and I did wait till the absolute last moment before I did that. I did the nice little drive, and then I came back, and you know what I did the minute I walked through the door? I did all of those things that I needed to get done to make my house back to normal. I did the laundry. I made sure that the dishes were put away. I made sure that by the end of the day that everything was put back so that when the next morning came, I was ready to start facing the world, and it was okay. it was okay because, you know, I knew that my staycation had a beginning, a middle, and an end. And you can tell where those things happen because of what happened. I did all that prep work. I made sure that we had everything that we needed for the staycation. I made sure that we were set up. I made sure that we were all put out. Everything was ready to go. I had my staycation. Then when I got back from my little imaginary trip back from my staycation, I put everything away so that my staycation did not bleed over into my normal life. Because one of the things you'll find out is that if you do your staycation and then you wait till like the day after or a couple days after and you're still putting things away from your staycation, you did nothing. Your staycation, you're like, well, I'm not going to do that again because it's just more work for me after it was over. No, get it all done before then. Even if you have to stay up late that night, get it all done so that way when you go back to your normal world is okay. And you can look back on that staycation and say, hey, that was really fun. Now, one thing which I didn't talk about is pictures. I used my phone and did what any normal tourist would do, any normal person having a vacation would do. I took pictures. I did reminders of things that I did during my staycation, the beautiful mornings, the fog, the everything, so that way I did have some memories of my staycation. I did have moments that I can look back and think, wow, I did that. It was relaxing. It was nice. I have music that I can now listen to that says, hey, remember that staycation? So yeah, I have memories of it. I have memories recorded, and it made one of the best staycations ever. And it made me realize that, hey, I can turn just about any weekend into a staycation just by doing a few extra little steps to make that weekend into a staycation. 3-day weekends are best for this so that way you have enough time to really enjoy yourself. But hey, do it whenever you can. I'd like to hear from you. What are your staycations like? Do you plan for your staycations? Have you ever even thought about making sure that your staycation was contained, was all set up, ready to go before you left? Have you ever even done a staycation? Let me know down in the comments. I'd like to take this time to thank these wonderful people who let me go on staycations. They help keep this channel running and they help keep things going forward, and we're about ready to get into holiday season. So you'll see a lot of holiday videos coming up. If you want to be a part of this wonderful team on Patreon or become a channel member, you get these videos early. You also get a behind the scenes vlog, and then you also get to help me decide what it is that we're going to do with this wonderful channel. It supports this channel and lets me do bigger and better projects and bigger and better things. And so if you want to support, that'd be great. If you'd also like to like and share this video, it lets YouTube algorithms know that, hey, other people should see this video. It's a good video. And one of the things which I really want to stress about a staycation is the more you prepare for it, the better it will be. So yeah, that is really something to think about. If you made it this far, thank you. Thank you for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope I get to see you again the next time you stop by.